this tone for days. This is a very nice Les Paul Murphy aged guitar from 2003 for my personal collection. It's an iced tea burst. I'm selling it, but it's gonna make somebody really happy. Very good guitar. I'm here to show you a selection of all the bursts and the nicer, more special bursts that we have here at Max Guitar. I'm going to start at your very left. After my personal Murphy, this is another Murphy aged. This is more cherry burst. Also AAA flame top. Burst Buckers, 2001 guitar. Very good condition, of course, and not one to put in a showcase, but actually to play. The next one is a very famous guitar. It's this is a replica of the guitar that was used by Paul Kossoff of the Free, and so this guitar is aged by Tom Murphy to look exactly like that guitar. So it's rather beat up, as you can see, but it's an amazing sounding and playing guitar. So all these details. This is number 70, 100 made. This is a very well playing guitar, and it's very beautiful. So they're all a little bit different, but they resemble strongly the original. But this one has the best flame of the ones that we had here. Here we have the Collector's Choice Bernie Marsden. So the fourth guitar in this series, a very nice burst that I'm showing you or introducing you to, is the Beast, nicknamed the Beast at least, owned by Bernie Marsden, also in the Collector's Choice series of guitars. And this guitar is an exact replica of the guitar that he owns, a 59 bursts in a nice sort of greenish tea burst. It's exactly the same as his, down to the flame, or the style of flame, the wear and tear on the guitar, the output of the humbuckers, of course the size of the neck, and the general look and feel of this guitar. Of course it has tons of tone. So it's a very comfortable guitar to play. And a lot of sustain. So the general thing to know about these sort of guitars is, of course, they have a hefty price tag, and people think differently about aging. So some want an aged guitar and others detest the aging. The quality is second to none. So these guitars are really the best what Gibson Custom Shop can make at this very time. So if you compare these to original older guitars, which we also have, you will find that the quality is the same. Of course they are different. At this price level, all the guitars are different. So one is more round sounding, one is more fat or sharp sounding. It's just a question of taste. And this is because the quality of the wood is so high that it brings its own character. So it's like, let's say, having 6 sons from the same mother. They're not going to be all the same. Of course, weight is a factor, but the sheer character of the wood used makes the sound of the guitar, or makes the character of the guitar, or is at least very important. So other guitars in this range that we have here is also Collector's Choice VOS. That's the number 6, or the original is owned, of course, by Mike Slabowski, who is the number 1 or number 2 collector in the world. And it's a replica of his own number 1 guitar, so his favorite. In the background, which is not a burst, you can see the Kirk Hammett signature guitar, which is also a replica of his Flying V. But we're talking about bursts right now. Of course, here we have a very special guitar, which is the Don Felder aged guitar. I'll show you. It has a very nice even flame. So as you can see, it is a very nice even flame, a nice burst, which has a sort of a cognac-y feel to it, so a nice warm feel. And the sound is really amazing. Very even and warm. And of course these guitars go from jazzy to absolute rock, if you want. I mean, they have such a scope. They're lightweight. They're ideal to play, really. So it's just a sheer work of beauty, work of art, I would say. Okay. Another famous guitar player's guitar is this guitar, which is not a 59 but a 60s guitar, and this is the Joe Walsh. So as you can see, it's rather heavy colored, and this is because this guitar is a replica of a late 60s guitar, and at that time the aniline dye that was used for the red has been changed by Gibson to a sort of more permanent red. So this red doesn't actually fade. So the red that you can see on this guitar, of course, which is a replica, is just as red now as it was in the late 60s. This guitar is very similar to my guitar. I mean, the original Dutch burst that is featured in other videos that you can see, because of the feel of the guitar, the weight, and of course the thinness of the neck. So it has a more thin neck than most 58 and 59 guitars. So if I play this guitar, it just feels like the one that I own personally. And of course, it has the reflector knobs, the 60s reflector knobs. But otherwise, it's more or less the same as any other of these very nice aged versions of the burst that we have here. Okay, the last one in this range, at least, of course we have a lot more, as you can see here on the wall, is the Duane Allman VOS guitar. Of course, again, replica of the guitar that he used to play, down to the black bobbins, all black PAF humbuckers. And also, this is a medium-sized neck. Yeah, a lot of sustain. And the nice thing about these guitars, they sound very sweet. Of course, they have a lot of sustain, which is normal for this sort of quality. But they sound, yeah, like what Clapton called the woman tone. It has this very warm, thick sound without being dull, you know. Still has this sparkle on the edge. So of course we have there's the number 3 collector's choice, and yeah, we have a lot of other ones that I can't name because I can't see them all. Okay, so this is a small selection of very special guitars that we have. I want to leave you with this short story about the next collector's choice guitar that is coming out in probably February, which is a replica of the guitar that I own, which is nicknamed the Dutch Burst. It's a late 1960 guitar, and Gibson wanted to replicate it because it's special. And why is it special? It has a very fine sort of hairline spaghetti type flame, which is rare, and of course it has a dark burst finish, which in late 1960 was very unusual. So they think this guitar was a special order from someone, and that someone was the original owner. And I bought this guitar from his son when he passed away. And this guitar is gonna, as I said, come out in a batch of, I think, 300 guitars, and not all of them will be aged. We will have between 15 and 25 pieces of that guitar available. We have pre-sold a number already, but if you're interested in obtaining one of these guitars, then please send me an email or Skype me at maxguitar01. I have all the details, and the prototype will be here shortly, and as soon as this prototype arrives, we will set up our video rig and show you the difference between the original and the prototype. So I'm looking forward to that, and in the meantime, let me know if you want to know something. So Skype me or call me or SMS me or text me or whatever you want to do at Max Guitar. And thank you, and don't forget to like us on Facebook.